The Shrachi Bengal Tigers arrive on the back of a big win and keep their qualification hopes alive. The Hyderabad TOOFANS arrive without a win in their last 3 games and will be desperate to register some points and keep their season alive. In a clash between the finalists from last season, both teams will be chasing an important win. It's the Tigers versus TOOFANS.
हॉकी के सबसे एक्साइटिंग एक्शन वाली लीग में आप सभी का स्वागत है। हीरो हॉकी इंडिया लीग का सफर अब पहुंच गया है अपने आखिरी स्टेज में। हम पहुंच गए हैं भुवनेश्वर, जहां शराची बंगाल टाइगर्स का सामना होगा हैदराबाद तूफान से। देखिए, पहले इस सफर की शुरुआत हुई चेन्नई से, वहां दिखी एनर्जी, उसके बाद पहुंचे रांची, वहां दिखा पैशन, और अब हम पहुंच गए हैं उस जगह जहां हॉकी सिर्फ एक खेल नहीं बल्कि अपनापन है, प्यार है, जहां हॉकी को सिर्फ खेल की तरह नहीं देखा जाता बल्कि जिया जाता है। मैं हूं तानिया पुरोहित, मेरे साथ है आफ्टर अ वेरी क्विक ब्रेक संदीप सोमेश। संदीप, पिछला 1 हफ्ता जब हम गए थे और अब जब हम वापस लौटे, कितना कुछ बदल गया है।
Yeah, absolutely, Tanya. And I think that is the beauty of this league of 8-team format, where everybody plays every other team in the league, and we still do not know who is in the top 4, having all teams play almost 5 games. So yes, I think it's really, really exciting at the moment.
I know that. लेकिन अभी अगर आप देखते हैं पॉइंट्स टेबल के लिहाज से, तो पॉइंट्स के टॉप पर बैठे हैं वेदांता कलिंगा लांसर्स। इस टीम के लिए बहुत बेहतरीन रही है शुरुआत इस सीजन की। जब आप शुरुआत से देखते हैं, वेदांता ने हर मैच में जीत दर्ज करी है। बस एक मुकाबला था जहां पर रेगुलेशन टाइम में उन्हें जीत नहीं मिली। दूसरे नंबर पर है HILGC, रांची रॉयल्स तीसरे पर, चौथे पर अकॉब तमिलनाडु ड्रैगन्स, फिर है शराची बंगाल टाइगर्स, देन हैदराबाद तूफान्स, JSW सूरमा हॉकी क्लब, और अंतिम पोजीशन बैठे हैं SJ पाइपर्स। और वो जरूर चाहेंगे कि इस पोजीशन को बदलने के मौके हैं, उसको जरूर इस्तेमाल करें और जीत के साथ। लेकिन जब आप इस पॉइंट्स टेबल को देखते हैं, और अभी तक मैं आपसे पूछूं, कौन सी ऐसी टीम है जिसको देखकर आपको लगा यार अगर बैलेंस होता है ना तो दिस इज द टीम?
Well, Tanya, I think I said this when we were in Chennai also when it started. When I looked up the teams, initially when they started, I thought the Lancers were the most balanced. And after that, I honestly thought TOOFANS had it in them on paper to, come up on top, but they're just not where they needed to be at the end of 5 games. We'll just have to wait and see how they go from here. But yes, Lancers have been good. Ranchi Royals have been good.
Yeah.
Great
comeback.
So it's still open.
आई थिंक वो रांची जाकर रांची रॉयल्स ने कहा कि अच्छा अपने घर आ गए, अभी तो वी हैव टू डू समथिंग एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी। लेकिन कौन से खिलाड़ी हैं जिन्होंने एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी परफॉर्मेंसेस दी हैं अभी तक? नियॉन सॉक देख लेते हैं एक बार कि नंबर 1 पर कौन बने हुए हैं। ये वही खिलाड़ी हैं जिन्होंने HILGC को एक बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग पोजीशन पर रखा हुआ है। टॉम बोन इज एट नंबर 1 पोजीशन, 12 गोल्स उन्होंने अपने नाम किए हैं। दूसरे नंबर पर आते हैं केन रसेल। लेकिन मैं स्पेसिफिकली इस लिस्ट पर जाने से पहले टॉम बोन की तरफ जाना चाहती हूँ। we've heard a lot of things about him, लेकिन आप हॉकी को इतने करीब से देखते हैं, समझते हैं। Great game yesterday. What is it that makes him so special?
Well, I'll tell you, he's that sort of player, as a striker, his ability in the D to understand the situation, his awareness in the D, not just while taking a try on goal, but his capacity to understand where to be positioned of a rebound from the goalkeeper or of a defender. That is one thing. And secondly, as a midfielder, when I play as a midfielder or as a ball carrier, what is it that I need? When I look up, I want to find my player. And that is what Tom Bone brings into the game. The ability to create that space for his ball carrier to release to him. So I think that's what, stands him out. And just throw in his ability to convert off the penalty corners. Voila, you have a entire package.
केन रसल ने कहा होगा कि ये कौन पीछे से अचानक से आ गए, इस तरह का कमाल कर रहे हैं। और HILGC के रांची रॉयल्स के लिए माफ़ कीजिएगा, उन्होंने जिस तरह की परफॉर्मेंसेस दी हैं, ये टीम को अब बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग पोजीशन पर लाकर खड़ा कर दिया है। ये था पिछला मुकाबला, लेकिन अब बात करते हैं इस मुकाबले की, जहाँ पर जो दोनों टीम्स इस सोच के साथ उतरेंगी कि देखिए अब मौका है, किस्मत अभी अपने हाथों में है, जीतिए, क्योंकि दैट्स हाउ आप आगे जा सकते हैं टूर्नामेंट में।
Absolute. It's a do or die for both the teams, for the Tigers and for the TOOFANs. They have to make it count today. And if I think either of the teams winning today will have a chance to make it to the top 4. Having said that, they still have another game after this. But yes, it is going to be close. It is going to be tight. And both these teams are known to play attacking open hockey. But I just think that is going to change today. They are going to be a little cagey. They are going to hold their fort and then try and make it on the counter. So they would not want to concede goals early.
बात वही है कि जब से आपने हीरो हॉकी इंडिया लीग देखना शुरू किया है, हर दिन कुछ ऐसा मुकाबला आता है कि कहते हैं अच्छा ये इससे बेहतर भी कुछ हो सकता था क्या, और वही जो सफ़र शुरू हुआ है पहले दिन से उसे भी आगे बढ़ाएगा ये दिन भी। लेकिन अब बात करते हैं उसे खिलाड़ी की जिन्होंने भुवनेश्वर में ही अपना 2023 में वर्ल्ड कप का टाइटल उठाया था। बहुत सारी खुशनुमा मेमोरीज यहाँ से वो लेकर अपने साथ चलते हैं। क्रिस्टोफर रूर है, रांची बंगाल टाइगर्स के लिए खेलते हुए दिखेंगे, क्या कह रहे हैं सुन लेते हैं।
Losing 3 out of 5 is not the way we wanted it to go, but I think looking at the schedule, looking at the standings, every team can beat every team. It looks like that, so I think we're still in the race. Fans play a really, really good game of hockey in the Hockey India League. They maybe play the best hockey, to be aware of how they play, how they play structurally. But I think we can beat anyone here, so I'm very looking forward because they're a really good team. Yeah, I mean, Bhubaneswar has always been a great place to play hockey at because it's a big stadium. It's always got good crowds as well. And winning the World Cup here was obviously the tip of the iceberg. So yeah, it's definitely got a special place in our heart.
कह रहे हैं भुवनेश्वर इज़ अ ग्रेट प्लेस टू प्ले, इतनी सारी ऑडियंस आती है, इतना सारा प्यार मिलता है। इनफैक्ट ये कई जगह ये भी बातचीत कर रहे थे कि भारत में उन्होंने हॉकी को बढ़ते हुए पिछले कुछ सालों में कैसे देखा है, कितना अच्छा लगता है ना सुनकर भी ये।
Yeah, I'm sure he's got some very fond memories from this ground here, Christopher Road. And yeah, it's going to boil down so much to what he's going to be able to do today to try and give Tigers that much needed win.
और वो उनके लिए इतनी ज़रूरी है, हम सब समझते हैं। अब ऑप्शन नहीं है, अब जीत महत्वपूर्ण है अगर आप आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं इस टूर्नामेंट में। रांची बंगाल टाइगर्स वर्सेस हैदराबाद तूफान्स, ये मुकाबला बहुत जल्द आपके सामने होगा। हम यहीं पर बने रहेंगे, वक्त है एक छोटे से ब्रेक का।
मैं खानदार पाली नायक के नाम से खेल रहा हूँ। मेरा ये सेकंड सीजन है, काफ़ी अच्छा लग रहा है यहाँ पर मॉडल देख के। जैसा हम लोग का सही नहीं रहा, सर हम लोग अच्छे स्टार्ट करेंगे, अच्छा टीम करेंगे, ये मेरा उम्मीद है। और प्लेयर भी आए हैं यहाँ पर हम लोग की तरफ से खेल रहे हैं, जैसे कि बेल्जियम हो गया, ऑस्ट्रेलिया हो गया। वो लोग अच्छी फ्रेंडली रहते हैं, अच्छा बात करते हैं, अच्छा टीम को हम लोग से काफ़ी सीखने को मिल रहा है। तो ये सही है आप लोग के लिए आगे बढ़ने के लिए, लोग से काफ़ी सीख रहे हैं।
Hello guys, Maninder Singh this side. I played for Suma Hockey Club. When I was ball picker in 2017 when I was watching HAL. That was really a really good moment for me, and now I'm playing HAL again. Really good to be in Chennai, and hockey atmosphere is really nice here. As you all know that Vinny is a legend. It is a good experience to know a few more things, new things. So last season मेरा बहुत अच्छा गया था, and हमारी टीम का भी अच्छा गया था। जो हमने plans करे थे, हम stick to plan रहे।
नाम अंकित पाल, मैं मिडफील्डर एसजी पाइपर्स टीम से। एसजी पाइपर्स के लिए मेरा ये सेकंड सीज़न है, बट हॉकी इंडिया लीग से इतना फ़ायदा होता है कि हमें काफ़ी कुछ सीखने को मिलता है ओवरसीज़ प्लेयर से। इसमें कितना आप कोऑर्डिनेट कर पाते हैं एक दूसरे से, सीनियर प्लेयर्स हैं हमारे काफ़ी, तो इसमें काफ़ी अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस मिलता है और हमें भी मौका मिलता है कि हम अपने आप को शो कर सकें काफ़ी। एसजी पाइपर्स टीम ने मुझे जब लिया तो काफ़ी हेल्पफुल रहा, क्योंकि एक एसजी पाइपर की अच्छी टीम है और उसमें खेलने में काफ़ी मज़ा भी आता है और बेसिकली थोड़ा फाइनेंशियली भी काफ़ी सपोर्ट मिलता है लीग से।
शाची बंगाल टाइगर्स वर्सेस हैदराबाद तूफान्स। हीरो हॉकी इंडिया लीग का सफर पहुंच गया है भुवनेश्वर। वेन्यू चेंज हुआ है, लेकिन जो जुनून है, जो पैशन है, जो प्यार है इस गेम के लिए, उसमें तो कुछ बदलाव ही नहीं। और वैसे भी भुवनेश्वर में जब पहुंचते हैं, हॉकी के लिए जो प्यार है फैंस का, वो एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी एनर्जी देता है सारे खिलाड़ियों को। शाची बंगाल टाइगर्स, देखिए इस टीम के लिए बहुत ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है जीत दर्ज करना। डिफेंडिंग चैंपियंस है, इन लोगों ने पिछले सीजन जो कमाल किया था, इस सीजन शुरुआत उस तरह की नहीं रही है। एक मुकाबले में जीत मिली थी शुरुआत में और एक आखिरी मुकाबला जो जीते हैं, लेकिन उस मैच में जिस तरह की जीत मिली है, जो हैट्रिक आई उनके कैप्टन की तरफ से, वो बहुत ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंस इस टीम को देने वाली है। सामने कौन सी टीम है? हैदराबाद तूफान्स। ये पिछले सीजन की वो टीम है जो फाइनल्स तक पहुंची थी, लेकिन इनसे टाइटल छीन कर ले गए थे शाची बंगाल टाइगर्स। मैं स्पेसिफिकली बंगाल टाइगर्स की बात करती हूँ। एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं आप इस टीम से कि जब आप डिफेंडिंग चैंपियंस हैं, टाइटल आपको डिफेंड करना है, आप उस तरह से परफॉर्म करते हैं, लेकिन व्हाट डू यू फील कि क्या कमियां रही हैं जिस पर दे नीड टू वर्क?
Bilkul, Tanya, I think they are the defending champions, and probably they have come in with that tinge of pressure on them, saying they're the defending champions. But then the good thing for them is the last match where Jugraj Singh has come into his own. He's got them the goals from the penalty corner. He's got a hat trick, and that's what you expect from a leader, from a captain. So he has led from front as far as the last game is concerned, and it just depends how they can carry this momentum into today's match and make it count.
और इनके लिए जब शाची टाइगर्स की आप बात करते हैं, तो इनके जो अटैकिंग प्लेयर्स हैं, इनको आगे जाकर बहुत ज़्यादा अपनी टीम के लिए परफॉर्म करने की अब ज़रूरत है। हम इनके एक यंग खिलाड़ी से, इंडियन कोर वाले खिलाड़ी से सुन लेते हैं कि वो इस इंपॉर्टेंट मुकाबले से पहले क्या कह रहे हैं। अभिषेक मैन।
अभिषेक, आपकी टीम में कई सारे गोल स्कोरर्स तो रहे हैं, लेकिन अब तक वैसा रिजल्ट नहीं मिला जैसा टीम चाहती थी। क्या पिछले मुकाबले की जीत से अब थोड़ा सा मोराल हाई हुआ है?
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस हाई हुआ है, क्योंकि जो हम रिजल्ट ढूंढ रहे थे, जो लास्ट मैच में खेल अच्छा रहे थे, लेकिन रिजल्ट हमारे फेवर में नहीं था। लेकिन लास्ट मैच में जो हमने खेला है वो अच्छा किया, और आने वाला भी जो मैच है हमारा, उसके लिए हम रेडी हैं।
ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर द मैच।
थैंक यू सर।
देखिए, खिलाड़ी बहुत बेहतर ढंग से जानते हैं कि स्पेशली परेशानियां कहां पर हैं, खामियां क्या हैं। उन्होंने यही कहा कि हमें चांसेस तो क्रिएट करें, बट गोल्स में कन्वर्ट करने की ज़रूरत है।
Yeah, that's the most important thing, is it not? You have to get those goals up front. But again, for the Tigers, I am also a little concerned about the defense. They have also conceded a lot of goals in spite of not getting too many up front. So they will have to be a little dodgy. I mean, it's the style of play, Altenberg's style of play, where he goes into attack and takes the chances up front. So yes, and Abhishek, we know what he's capable of doing, with those up front in the D. But they'll have to just be a little cagey and hold on to the defense and play out of defense is what I've always believed.
और शायद पिछले मैच का जो कॉन्फिडेंस मिला है, स्पेशली कप्तान की परफॉर्मेंस से, उसको कैरी करना चाहेंगे इस मुकाबले में। लेकिन हैदराबाद तूफान्स, इनको हम ना शुरुआत से कह रहे थे कमबैक किंग्स। शुरुआत थोड़ी सी स्लो होती थी, लेकिन टुवर्ड्स द एंड जब आप टूर्नामेंट में पहुंचते हैं, प्रेशर हाई होता है, तो कमबैक हमेशा नहीं हो पाता है।
Yeah, Bilkul, Tanya, I think we spoke about it in the right from the first game. Even the last edition, they started very slowly. They lost a couple of games early in the tournament. But remember, last time it was a double-header. They had a second match to play against the same opposition, so they had so much more time to improve, but they do not have that luxury here. So it's about time they get their act together and get the goals. I think, for the TOOFANS, if you look at the stats, they are the team with after the Lancers, they're a team that will concede the least number of goals, right? So the defense is good. They're tight in defense, but they're just not getting the goals up front. And it's just a matter of time. The likes of Jacob Anderson, Talwinder, and they're all capable of getting you the goals up front. Arshdeep. So I think it's just a matter of time. Once they get the goals, I think it's going to be a different, situation for the Toofans.
जब आपने गोल्स की बात करी, उनकी तरफ से एक खिलाड़ी है जिन्होंने सबसे ज़्यादा कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस किया है अपनी तरफ से गोल्स को लेकर, पेनल्टी कॉर्नर्स कन्वर्ट करना जानते हैं, नाम है अमनदीप लाकड़ा। क्या कह रहे हैं इस मैच से पहले, सुन लेते हैं।
अमनदीप, आप अपने टीम के लिए वन मैन शो रहे हैं, लेकिन और कोई खिलाड़ी गोल स्कोर कर नहीं पा रहा है, तो आज के इस मुकाबले पे टीम के अंदर क्या कुछ प्लान है?
अपना टीम में खासकर अपना फॉरवर्ड लाइन पे जो स्कोर हम लोग ने चांसेस मिस किया है वो ज़्यादातर हम आज ध्यान देंगे, क्योंकि हमने काफ़ी चांसेस मिस किया था, बट आज वैसे नहीं होगा। आज और हम अच्छा बेटर करेंगे। जो लास्ट मैच जो हुआ था वो आज हम ज़्यादा बेटर करेंगे।
ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर द मैच।
थैंक यू।
अमनदीप लाकड़ा जिन्होंने चांसेस जब जब मिले उन्हें कन्वर्ट किया है, वो बात कर रहे हैं मिस चांसेस की, क्योंकि ओवरऑल टीम की परफॉर्मेंस होती है ना संदीप, तो वो किस लिहाज से देखेंगे इस मुकाबले को? एंड आई एम श्योर दैट्स व्हाट दे नीड टू डू।
Well, see, again, when we started off, we said they would miss Gonzalo Piet. He's not part of the Toofans team. But Amandeep Lakra, whenever given an opportunity, whenever he's been called upon, he has delivered the goods. But today is the day. Today is the crunch game for them if they want to stay in this tournament. And they will have to come out on top and, come amongst the goals and win the game.
बस सिंपल सा है, आपके लिए भी सिंपल सा है। Who's winning today?
Oh.
Quick prediction.
Well, I just think, it's going to be that sort of a game that they're going to be very, very safe in defense and just try and throw numbers up front. I just think I'll go with the Toofans.
आपने घबराना नहीं है। ओके। हमारे एक्सपर्ट को लगता है तूफान्स विल बी विनिंग द गेम। एक एक्साइटिंग मुकाबला है, दोनों टीम्स अपना 200% देंगी। ट्राची बंगाल टाइगर्स वर्सेस हैदराबाद तूफान्स। लाइव एक्शन कमिंग अप सून।
नाम है मुस्कान कुजी। मैं खान तक भाई मैं नाम से खेल रहा हूँ। मेरा ये सेकंड सीजन है, काफ़ी अच्छा लग रहा है यहाँ का मॉडल देख के। जैसा हम लोग का सही नहीं रहा, सर हम लोग अच्छे स्टार्ट करेंगे, अच्छा टीम करेंगे, ये मेरा उम्मीद है। और पूरे प्लेयर भी आए हैं आप लोग की टीम तरफ से खेल रहे हैं, जैसे कि बेल्जियम हो गया, ऑस्ट्रेलिया हो गया, वो लोग अच्छी फ्रेंडली रहते हैं, अच्छा बात करते हैं, अच्छा टीम को हम लोग से काफ़ी सीखने को मिल रहा है। तो ये सही है आप लोग के लिए आगे बढ़ने के लिए, लोग से काफ़ी सीख रहे हैं।
Hello guys, Maninder Singh this side. I play for Suma Hockey Club. When I was ball picker in 2017 when I was watching HAL. That was really a really good moment for me, and now I'm playing HAL again. Really good to be in Chennai, and hockey atmosphere is really nice here. As you all know that Vinny is a legend. It is a good experience to know a few more things, new things. तो लास्ट सीजन मेरा बहुत अच्छा गया था, एंड हमारी टीम का भी अच्छा गया था। जो हमने प्लान्स करे थे, हम स्ट्रिक्टली प्लान रहे।
मेरा नाम अंकित पाल, मैं मिडफील्डर एसजी पाइपर्स टीम से। एसजी पाइपर्स के लिए मेरा ये सेकंड सीज़न है, बट हॉकी इंडिया लीग से इतना फ़ायदा होता है कि हमें काफ़ी कुछ सीखने को मिलता है ओवरसीज़ प्लेयर से। इसमें कितना आप कोऑर्डिनेट कर पाते हैं एक दूसरे से, सीनियर प्लेयर्स हैं हमारे काफ़ी, तो इसमें काफ़ी अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस मिलता है और हमें भी मौका मिलता है कि हम अपने आप को शो कर सकें काफ़ी। एसजी पाइपर्स टीम ने मुझे जब लिया तो काफ़ी हेल्पफुल रहा, क्योंकि एक एसजी पाइपर एक अच्छी टीम है और उसमें खेलने में काफ़ी मज़ा भी आता है और बेसिकली थोड़ा फाइनेंशियली भी काफ़ी सपोर्ट मिलता है लीग से।
A very good evening from Bhubaneswar, where we have changed cities now, and hopefully at the Kalinga Hockey Stadium we will find out who will contest the 2026 Hero Hockey India League final. Well, tonight will be a replay of the final last year, the Shirachi Bengal Tigers taking on the Hyderabad TOOFANs. But this time around, they're playing to survive in the tournament, rather. Take a look at the weather. It's 26 degrees at the moment. Humidity 37 degrees. Hardly a breeze at all. If you look at the flags on the far side of the stadium, they're hanging fairly limply on their flagpoles. So I don't think the breeze is going to cause any problems whatsoever. The big question is, can the Tigers get it all to work tonight? And will they keep their dream of defending their title alive? They've got the players, there's no doubt about that, but the question is, can they make it click? Winning their last outing will give them the confidence. Tim Brand, well, he'd like to get amongst the goals, certainly, and I'm sure his coach would as well. Rajinder will be a key player for them as well. TOOFANs, well, they were silver medalists last year, and they were hoping to go one better. But again, tonight, they have to win to keep that dream alive. As we look at the league table, it is 5th taking on 6th in this match. And the maximum points they can get, obviously, with just 2 games to go, will see them possibly make it into the top 4, but they'll have to wait and see on the results of other games. But certainly the Lancers just need 1 point to assure themselves of a place in the final. But just 2 games to come for the Bengal Tigers. One of those is tonight against the TOOFANs, and then they take on the Pipers, who are second bottom, and that won't be an easy game, the Pipers having defeated the TOOFANs. So it will be 2 tough games for the Tigers if they are to progress through to the finals in 2026. Look at the last 2 games now for the TOOFANs. Well, as we mentioned, they're playing the Tigers tonight, and then they're playing the team nobody really picked, HILGC, currently sitting 2nd on the ladder, and they are doing very well and are looking assured of a place in the final series. So that will be a very tough last game for the TOOFANs. Well, we'll take a look now at who's wearing the neon socks, and I can tell you Tom Bone, with another 2 goals last night for the Ranchi Royals, has moved 2 goals ahead of Kane Russell. And Kane Russell, saw him at the airport last night. He said he wants his socks back, so you can rest assured Kane Russell, when HILGC get out on the park again, is going to be looking for more goals from penalty corners. But certainly Tom Bone in great form. Well, wonderful to see that group of, I think it must be a school group, because there are loads of them on the far side of the ground, and it's wonderful to see them here. And the TOOFANs, well, they have support wherever they go, and they'll be flying their flags, I'm sure, those young fans, hoping their team can get up tonight. And it's good to see more people coming into the stadium. If you are in Bhubaneswar, make sure you head down, because there'll be some fantastic hockey on in the next 9 days. And you could probably get a pretty good selfie too. It is a nice warm evening now. Well, as you can see, there is the stadium. There's that bowl in the background is the badminton centre. So again, really good sports centre around the hockey stadium now. And that has all grown up probably in the last 15 years. Certainly since the last time I was here. Well, we're going to go pitch side now for the toss of the coin.
Namaste Bhubaneswar. It's toss time for the match between Shirachi Bengal Tigers and Hyderabad TOOFANs. मेरे साथ हैं दोनों captains Sumit Valmiki, Jigraj Singh, along with the on-field umpires, and it's time to flip the toss. The TOOFANs have won the toss and they've decided to
start the ball.
Okay, so that's it. The TOOFANs have won the toss and they have decided to start the play.
So Sumit wins the toss for the TOOFANs. Psychologically, does that make a difference? I'm not sure that it really does. But that is, of course, the trophy that they are hoping to contest. Well, we're going to go pitch side again now to hear from both coaches. First, it will be the coach of the Bengal Tigers.
Valentine, crucial stage in the league.
Oh, yes.
What is your team's plan in today's match? It's going to be very tough.
Yeah, I think also great. It will be a fantastic match to watch for everyone because the TOOFANS are known to be a very offensive, attacking team. I think they have so far the most circle entries created. So what does it mean for us? Obviously, we want to put them under early pressure, be very strong in defense, and actually get our game going tonight.
All the best for the match.
Thank you very much.
Pasha, your team has been playing good hockey, but you're not able to win matches. It is a do-or-die situation for you now.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. That's exactly it. We've been playing good, but we haven't been winning. So, I mean, a repeat of the final of last year, where I believe one of the teams will have a chance to proceed and the other one will be out. So it's all or nothing for us today.
How is the atmosphere in the team?
I think it's pretty good, but look, of course, if you play well but you don't win, you get a little bit insecure sometimes about the wrong thing. So what you try to do is you try to keep it focused and try to also have the positive atmosphere around the things that we are doing good. I felt like the boys have really been doing that well, but we're disappointed with our own results, and the only thing that can change that is getting a result. And if not, then it was also clear then this season we weren't good enough. Because yeah, you might play good hockey, but you need results. I believe we have it in us out today, and we have to turn it around today.
All the best for the match.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, now the umpires making their way out onto the field, and tonight for this game it's Kun van Bunga from the Netherlands and Anand Dangi from India. And I can tell you that the video umpire for this match is Saurabh Rajput, also from India. And now it will be the turn of the players to make their way out to the centre of the field. The two captains leading them out. And I'm sure there's a few nerves for both these teams, because although they've still got one game left, they want to be contesting those finals, and they know tonight their whole season is on the line. And this will determine who is headed home after their last game and who may well get the chance to stay on. Now the players lining up across the centre of the field, and then that will be my cue to stay quiet as the ground announcer then announces each of the players individually for those inside the stadium.
Hyderabad TOOFANS. Jersey number 17, team captain Sumit. 1, Bikramjit Singh. 4, Amandeep Lakra. 7, Zachary Wallace. 8, Mukul Sharma. 10, Arshdeep Singh. 15, Sundaram Rajawat. 16, Nick Woods. 18, Neelakanta Sharma. 20, Talvinder Singh. 22, Jake Anderson. 23, Arthur Desluer. 25, Mitchell Sudhoff. 27, Rohit Iringbaum. 29, Tim Brand. 30, Rahim Akib Syed. 74, Jean-Paul Danberg. 78, Rajinder Singh. 92, Devinder Valmiki. 99, Shilanand Lakra. Introducing the team, Strachi Bengal Tigers. Jersey number 31, team captain Jugraj Singh. 1, James Carr. 3, Ketan Kushwaha. 5, Abhishek. 7, Ajinkya Jadhav. 9, Jaskaran Singh. 10, Afan Yusuf. 11, Gautier Bokard. 12, Parmod. 14, Tommy Willems. 15, Atul Deep. 17, Christopher Rule. 18, Vivek Lakra. 19, Enrique Gonzalez. 20, Pankaj Rawat. 24, Sean Finlay. 27, Gursevak Singh. 31, Jugraj Singh. 34, Sukhjit Singh. 50, Tom Gambash. 59, Pradhan CV. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please.
The VIPs now make their way out, and I can tell you tonight they are Dr. Yedula Vijay, IAS Director of Sports, Department of Sports and Youth Services, the Government of Odisha, Mr. Sekhar J. Manoharan, Treasurer of Hockey India and President of Hockey Unit of Tamil Nadu, and also Mr. BJ Swain, the additional secretary and CEO of HPCO, and Miss Lilima Mins, Olympian, and they're accompanied by Commander R.K. Shrivastava, the Director General of Hockey India. That gives me a chance now to introduce myself. I'm Ashley Morrison, looking forward to sharing all of the action with you tonight in what should be an absolute cracker of a match. And joining up with me once again after a little break while I was in Ranchi is Asian Games gold medalist Sandeep Sumesh.
Good evening, Ashley. It's good to be back here in Bhubaneswar and being part of this exciting part of the Hero Hockey India League. Yes, a mouth-watering contest, a must-win for both the teams if they want to stay in contention and go up in this tournament.
It's like a final for both these teams, because whoever loses, their year is over and they'll have to be looking ahead to next year. The dignitaries are about to make their way to their position, and then we will pause for the national anthem of India, as the announcer will soon ask everybody inside the stadium to stand if they're able.
Please stand for the national anthem. आप सभी से गुजारिश है, कृपया भारत के राष्ट्रीय गान के लिए खड़े हो जाएं और साथ गाएं।
Anthems concluded. The players will go through the final handshake and then we can get proceedings underway. It's a hard game to work out who's going to come out on top on this one. As Sandeep Sumesh said in the pre-game, the defence of the TOOFANS has been superb, but then the Tigers have plenty of attacking qualities. James Carr will start under the bar for the Tigers tonight. Sibu Pavana will be looking to get up the right-hand side as often as possible. Gautier Bakard will be crucial, as will Grambush and Jugraj Singh. The midfield of Sean Finlay, Jaskaran and Afan Youssef, they've been lively throughout, and they'll be looking to link up once again with Abhishek, Christopher Rohr and Sukhjit. But the understanding between Abhishek and Sukhjit could be crucial tonight. Atul Deep is back in the squad after missing a few games through injury.
We'll have a quick look at the Hyderabad TOOFANS. John Paul Danberg will start in the goal. Mukul Sharma and Sumit will try to make inroads from the flanks, and holding the central deep defense will be Arthur Dislu and Amandeep Lakra. Midfield, Neelakant Sharma, Zach Wallace and Michael Shutoff. I thought he hasn't had a tournament as good as he's capable of. This could just be it. Up front, Jacob Anderson, Arshdeep Singh and Talwinder Singh. They will want to be amongst the goals. Coming off the bench, the likes of Tim Brand.
There is the coach of the TOOFANS, Pasha Khadaman, and he will be hoping that his team can finally put it together in front of goal. He'll be hoping they can't. And that is Valentin Altenberg, the coach of the Tigers. Valentin has not been smiling as regularly as we've seen him or know him. Christopher Rohr, they need a big game from him tonight. They need him to step up and play to his full potential. James Carr will be hoping it's a quiet night as we have the countdown now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play.
And the whistle goes and Talvinder plays back, and so the TOOFANS get us underway. And back it goes to Amandeep. Trying to turn with Strutov. And again, it's thrown forward this time by Sumit. Talvinder is underneath it. And Arshdeep gets it under control, just lobs it back to Sumit once again. Nilakanta Sharma looking to carry it forward. Goes square instead to Amandeep. Nilakanta Sharma again feeding it forward. Arshdeep trying to turn. Gonzalez goes with him. Nilakanta gets the ball back again. Now comes out onto the right-hand side. Chance to come forward for Mukul Sharma. And Anderson kept it in play and deflected towards goal and then kicked clear. Carr doing well. It's still alive though for the TOOFANS. It's better than that. It's in the back of the goal. And they've got the opening goal. That is the first time in the Hero Hockey India League 2026 that they have opened the scoring.
Didn't really give Tigers a chance, did the TOOFANS after the pushback. They were all around them and then played into the D. Jamie Carr will be a little disappointed on the last effort. Just went through his pad. I thought.
Well, this was good work by Talvinder, just feeding it back to Nick Woods. And Nick Woods making no mistake, just squeezing. Oh, it was actually Zach Wallace, my apologies, yeah. So Zach Wallace opens the scoring. So Grambush comes out wide now to Willems for the Tigers. Not the start that they would have wanted, but the perfect start for the TOOFANS. Thrown long and brought down by Sukhjit, but smashed high and wide. And Sukhjit really didn't get that quite the way he wanted it.
Well, not sure that was the best option for Sukhjit. He's such a skillful player. Brought that ball down well, but with the skill he has, maybe could have earned himself a penalty corner.
Yeah, I think he'll be disappointed. Sukhjit is such a key player. De Sluva now carries it out. And good lead by him. Nilakanta looking to come square, but that was cut out well by Abhishek. And Mukul Sharma now space again. They came to him for the goal. This time though, misdirected pass. Gonzalez picks it up and the Tigers look to mount a counter-attack through Abhishek. Abhishek going with Strutov, drops it back to Ruhr. Ruhr looking to cut infield, trying to feed that one forward, but easily picked up that time by Mikhail Strutov. He goes out onto the left-hand side to Tim Brand. Now it's Nilakanta Sharma carrying it through the midfield, held up by Ruhr. Goes to Amandeep. De Sluva.
This works for the TOOFANS. The Tigers not really putting the pressure up front, giving them the space to keep the ball and rotate.
So Sumit now on the ball for the TOOFANS. Short pass again to Nilakanta. Amandeep just held up by Abhishek. Devinder Valmiki comes to help out, keeps the run going, but Amandeep just has to duck back, finds Strutov. Now it comes to Devinder. Down the line he goes to Rajinder. Rajinder, lovely pass, and unfortunately just rolled over the stick of Arshdeep. Otherwise it was a brilliant opportunity for the TOOFANS.
Beautifully picked up by Rajinder. Coach of the Tigers, Altenberg, a little concerned there.
Thrown high up to the halfway line. Free hit given. Bocard takes it quickly, but is going to have to go back. Jugraj now into the midfield to Finlay. Back it goes again. Trying to turn. That's a good steal in the midfield. Over the top for Anderson if he can get this. Anderson takes a touch, taken wide. And that was a good touch, I think, from Jugraj, or was it off Anderson? Well, there's a little bit of afters between Anderson and Jugraj.
And also thought JB Carr closed him down well enough. Beautiful aerial. He saw the Tigers defense caught napping, and Anderson just trying to go with the vertical, reverse it, just not making contact with the ball.
looked to me like his first touch was a little bit heavier than he would have liked, and it took him a lot wider than he would have wanted.
And that could also be because JBK gave him the charge, forced him to go wide.
The aerial pass for the TOOFANS doesn't come off this time, and it's with Christopher Ruhr, who's impeded by Rajinder, who's just told to calm down. I think Ruhr will have wanted him probably to get a card.
Gave him a little shove, did he, Rajinder? He had his hand on his back.
Rajinder probably a little bit lucky not to be spending a couple of minutes on the side. Ruhr through the legs, good pass this time. Into the circle they come. Willems, and it's good defence again by the TOOFANS as they carry the ball out. And stuck in the corner. Good work being done this time, down in the corner. And eventually the free hit goes, it was Devinder Valmiki. And it's going to be a free out to the TOOFANS.
TOOFANS doing well under the circumstances. They were under a little bit of pressure. Great square to Sumit.
Here they come again. That's a great tackle, stepping forward. Really good defence that time from Ajinkya Yadav.
They made the steal and just ran into each other. The Tigers, space on the right.
And that's good work again by Sukhjit. Sukhjit beats two, into the circle he goes, and a penalty corner won by him. First penalty corner of the match goes the way of the Tigers.
And that is what Sukhjit can bring to the table. Great skills, great awareness, picked up the ball, just drove into the D and earning the Tigers their first penalty corner.
Now the Tigers coming in today, 5 penalty corners from 39, a conversion rate of 12%. And when you consider last year, they had a conversion rate of 21%. So well down. And of course the TOOFANS have conceded 5 from 35. So lining up at the first battery is Thomas Grambusch. Christopher Ruhr is at the second. It goes to Grambusch, and it's wider the mark. I thought it might have been Danneberg just getting a touch, but it was off target.
Just trying to go to the right of Danneberg. That was just missing the goalpost by inches.
And TOOFANS with a quick counter-attack. Shilan and Lakra just unable to get it under control on the baseline. Guard to play it out. We haven't even reached the halfway stage yet of the first quarter, but this match has been from end to end already. Remember that the loser will bow out of the Hero Hockey India League 2026, and a draw and a shootout's not going to be any good for either side. Oh, that's a brilliant steal, and there's a really good chance now coming forward. Sukhjit, great goalkeeping. Danneberg comes out, ricochets up off his body, creating danger, so it will be a second penalty corner for the Tigers, but he had no option but to make that save.
It was a great run by Sukhjit, forced the turnover. Jugraj not on the pitch. Look at that for a steal, and just went straight to into the D. He had a passing option and just thought he would have been better off making the pass. The angle a little too narrow for the Tigers with a second penalty corner.
So Grambusch lines up again at the first battery. This time Parmod is at the second. Will they give Parmod the chance to see what he can do, or will they stick with Grambusch? Whistle goes, they go to Grambusch. He flicks off the pads of Danneberg, it goes again. Bocard keeps it alive, square inside the circle, trying to turn with Sukhjit, but he is penalised this time.
He wanted to refer it, but it has been started quickly by the TOOFANS. James Anderson on the right.
Jacob Anderson cuts in from the right-hand side. Good tackle again inside the circle. Wallace back to Anderson it goes. Anderson, nice little dart from left to right, right to left rather. And then it's carried out of defence, but that was a little shove. How he got away with that was an actual handoff from Abhishek. Finlay throws it wide, but that will be brought down by Gonzalez, but it was dangerous as he came head-to-head that time with Rajawat.
First flick from Rambush, it was batted away, and Bokar just not able to pick up the rebound on the first attempt.
Deep, just playing it back to Sumit. Nilakanta. Woods now. Mukul Sharma, no way down the side from him. Afan Youssef closing him down. Nilakanta tries to turn, he was caught by Finlay, be a free hit. Takes it quickly, that's a good ball into Anderson, and it went up into the body of Tom Grambush, so free hit Tigers.
Anderson trying to deflect the ball towards the goal, but the Tigers, here they come.
Gonzalez now, forced wide. We'll get a free hit just, or in fact, it's a long corner. There's a bit of a bump there, and at the same time the whistle was blown, but into the circle. No, it's good defence again by the TOOFANS, and the free hit goes their way. If they can hang on to this lead, you just feel their defence, as you said pre-game, Sandeep, has been very, very strong. It's just a case of getting goals.
Yeah, they did it early in the quarter to get themselves a goal. I guess what they do very well in defense is to force the teams wide. They do not give them the central channel.
And they're taking their time now as we approach the final 5 minutes of the first half. And just landed on Ketan Kushawa. Strutov. Just a few games early on with a hamstring problem, but now. And I just think you touched on that with him. I just feel he maybe the connections missed out because he missed those games. Finlay feeds it forward now, and here come the Tigers. Top of the circle, Abhishek. Finlay, good save again, Danneberg, but it went behind him, and somehow that was kept out. Not quite sure how. And Ketan thought he was going to get another goal for his team.
That was a great serve by Danneberg first up. He was falling, got his glove onto it. I thought that was the first save, and just off the goal line, Amandeep Lakra very aware to the situation.
Brilliant work by Amandeep Lakra. Ketan, you can see he was looking to just push that into the empty goal, but Amandeep Lakra making sure that wasn't the case. Wonderful play by him. Gonzalez now has to peel away from the circle. Goes back to Jugraj, a mistrap by him. Thought it caught his foot, but as there were no forwards close by, I think he's been allowed to play on. Ketan now plays it back in. Jaskaran has to go back to retrieve it. Edge of the circle, good defensive play by Woods coming across. It's Sumit now for the TOOFANS, down by the corner. And it will be a free out for them. Altenberg watching on from the side, pensively. Wonder what he's thinking.
Shot off a little disappointed, he did not get the advantage, he just pulled up. He had control over the ball. It was a measly little run from him from deep in his own half.
Now this time Rajinder was underneath the ball, and then the defender came into his space. Lovely ball to Valmiki. Devinder Valmiki, though, just knocked it a little bit too far ahead. Good work now by Brand inside the circle for the TOOFANS. He finds a foot. First penalty corner of the match for the TOOFANS, and they will be very happy.
Credit to how he set that up, and Tim Brand so strong on the ball in the D, knew exactly what he wanted to do. He was hemmed down by two of the defenders from Tigers, just spun around and finding the foot. Penalty corner to the TOOFANS.
Amandeep will no doubt come forward now. They've scored 6 from 33. These two teams actually have had the most penalty corners of any teams in the Hero Hockey India League. 39 for the Tigers before today, 33 for the TOOFANS. So Amandeep lines up at the first batch. Rajinder, who was played a part in setting this one up. It goes to Amandeep. Good save this time by Carr, but followed in, and Brand has got a second for the TOOFANS, and that was wonderfully executed on the reverse stick, falling away. Brilliant finish by Brand.
Absolutely brilliant. Brand earned the penalty corner, and finished it off from the rebound. The flick from Amandeep Lakra had to be saved. Jamie Carr did well to bring his foot out and save it. But look at Brand, so aware to the situation, beautifully positioned, and just slotting home for the second to the TOOFANs.
Well, he pulled it away from Tommy Willems to create space for himself, and then as he was just moving away from the goal, just flicked it up. And no wonder he was happy and his coach was happy. 2-0 to the TOOFANs. And we were saying before this game they had not taken the lead in any match. Now they find themselves 2 goals to the good, and the big question is, can they maintain that? Jaskaran stolen away from him brilliantly by Shilanand Lakra. Short pass was aimed for Wallace. Shilanand has come back, but he'll be penalised. He's wide now to Tommy Willems. Goes back to Bokar. Well, the Tigers will be frustrated, I think. TOOFANs for once, Sandeep, they've actually come out firing right in the first quarter and been on their game from the very first whistle.
And this will be different territory for them, for the TOOFANs. They haven't been in this situation, have they?
Well, certainly not this year, they haven't. But they will know that the Tigers are a good side and will come back at them. Bringing the clock down a little bit, I think, here. Amandeep just lifts it over the top into space for Wallace, who turns. Ruhr gives chase. Comes wide now to Brand. He gets it under control well. Did he find the foot of Willems? He was looking for it. No, he didn't. So Gonzalez now has a chance to launch a counter-attack, but unfortunately played it behind Gassawat, and over the side it went. Back with the TOOFANs. 1.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Very organised in defence are they, the TOOFANs.
Tommy Willems in an animated conversation with the coach on the far side. The touch that time came off Willems, and he's going off, I think, for actually it was Finlay, not Willems. My apologies. It was Finlay having the conversation on the far side. Willems is still out there. Jugraj just leaves it behind for Grambush. Now Bokar as we enter the final minute of the first quarter. Afan Youssef has been kept quiet in this first quarter. Now he gets a little bit of space. Looks to take them on as he always does. And lovely turn by him, but it's gone out of play, and unfortunately the last touch was his.
Look towards the Empire. Afan Youssef was hoping to get a foul. Not to be. TOOFANs with a hit out.
Bokard coming across ahead of Brand. Brand now leaves it behind for Devinder Valmiki, smashes it in. And Rohit, if he'd have got a touch on that, it would have been 3-0, but he wasn't far away.
But Devinder knew what exactly he wanted to do. Found Rohit in the D. Just sent a long pass in.
I think the boys will rid Rohit about that. His nickname is Kylian, after Kylian Mbappe, who's his hero. And I'm sure Mbappe would have got a touch then. And Brand desperately trying to stop that one, but it won't make any difference as the hooter goes. And that is the end of the first quarter, and it's been a very good one for the TOOFANs. Tim Brand scoring the second goal after Zach Wallace opened the scoring for the TOOFANs. So they head into the first break with a scoreline that reads Hyderabad TOOFANs 2, Shirachi Bengal Tigers 0. Take a look at the highlights from that quarter. Jacob Anderson got to the baseline, and it was a sharp save by Carr. And then Talvinder played it back to Zach Wallace, who managed to get it past Carr. And that was 1-0 to the TOOFANs. This was a great chance for Anderson. I still think that first touch just took him a little bit too wide. Credit to Jamie Carr, off his line quickly. Willems then came along the baseline, but it was good defence by the TOOFANs to clear their lines. And then a sharp shot came in that time, and how Ketan did not get the touch. Amandeep Lakra keeping it out of the goal with Danneberg beaten. Then a penalty corner, saved well by Carr, but Brand pounced on the rebound, pulled it out and flicked it into the goal, and that made it 2-0 in the 12th minute. So the coach of the Tigers has said what he had to say, just broke away from the group. Pasha Khadaman still talking to his players. using every second available, and there's still 34 in this quarter-time break. And Sandy, I'm going to say something you said to me off air. You said you felt if the TOOFANS do get ahead and they start scoring, they could give one team a bit of a hiding, you felt. Is this the night?
Well, that's how they've played the entire hockey in this tournament, have they not? They have been very composed in defense, but just not got the goals up front. And the likes of Anderson and Talwinder and Rajinder, it was just a matter of time. But then the Tigers, like you say, never pull a tiger by its tail.
Absolutely, and as you saw there, Bikramji is under the bar for the TOOFANS in this second quarter. Jamie Carr remains in goal for the Shirachi Bengal Tigers. Sumit now trying to play it down the line. Jaskaran steals it, feeds it into the path of Sukhjit. Sukhjit looking up, plays it infield to Christopher Ruhr. Ruhr again finding Abhishek, edge of the circle. Did he find a foot? Yes, he did. Clever play as he was falling away. Now it's Finlay jumping up, brings it down on the far side for the Tigers. Looking to get a goal early in this second quarter to close the deficit. Jugraj. It's again a good pass. Lovely forward defensive shot that was to keep the ball in play and control it. And then it is a free hit.
Just that Jack Wallace did exceedingly well when Afan brought down the ball. He was well within the distance required. He just pounced on it.
Nilakanta just winning a free hit, just pushed it on to the foot. Comes wide now, Mukul Sharma. Ruhr closes him down. He's thinking about going infield to Strutov. He does now. Strutov has 3 players closing in on him. Still keeps possession, turned away from Sukhjit well.
Well, that's what he can do, Strutov. He was hemmed on by 3 of the Tiger defenders, but found his way through.
Strutov certainly is one of those young, exciting players coming through in Germany. I remember seeing him in the Junior World Cup. And there's another goal. It's Wallace with a second. It just seemed to stop everybody in front of him. He kept running and just pushed it past Jamie Carr. It looked so simple. Well, what a start to the second quarter by the TOOFANS.
Did the Tigers defense just have a brain fade there? What were they doing? He just went right into the D and with the easiest of pushes, just got Jamie Carr off guard. To his left. Didn't have too much of purchase, but just the angle of that execution. The TOOFANS lead 3-0.
Oh, Zach Wallace, it was just incredible how he saw that gap, but then nobody was closing him down, so he took his shot early, and those young lads very happy that the TOOFANS are 3 goals up. But the Tigers coming again. Jaskaran wins a free hit wide on the right-hand side.
It was just interesting to see the Tigers' defense after they conceded the 3rd goal. They were all standing shell-shocked, not knowing what just hit them.
And goals are important for the TOOFANS because they did have a minus goal difference. Now, even though if teams are level on points, it goes down to the number of wins you can get, and then if it will go to goal difference after that. So the TOOFANS, most wins they can get are 3. And there's already teams on 3, so it could come down to a countback. So goals could become very, very important. Rambush pushes it wide now to Tommy Willems. Willems just stopped as he was trying to get inside the circle. Long corner to the Tigers. Jaskaran takes it quickly as the young guns look on. The Cubs. Great save again, Bikramji, to deny Abhishek pulling a goal back. Willems trying to get round the back. Free hit given to him this time. Player penalised was Mukul Sharma. Edge of the circle. Abhishek again trying to find a way in. Great stick work by him. Peeled for something. Always so gave a referral signal, and now I think you're going to see the Tigers are going to refer this. Certainly Abhishek saw something.
on the baseline. Sarab.
Yes, Kun, I can hear you.
Yes, so the Tigers are saying there was a stick check on the baseline. Can you please check?
So we are looking for a defender's stick check on the baseline. We'll recheck.
I think if you see this, Abhishek, as he's going along the baseline, he actually puts his hand up straight away the minute the stick check happens. And then he continues his run. You'll see it just coming up here as he goes there. There, he's put his hand up, I think, saying...
Well, I'm not sure. I saw a stick check there, Abhishek. It's the ball played in. Abhishek picks it up.
As well to get inside the circle, keeping the ball away from the defender, Mukul Sharma. That was where I thought there was one.
Well, he had already dinked the ball over the stick. Not sure if he made contact with the stick.
Saurabh Rajput has to make the decision, not us. But yeah, I just thought he, as you said, Sandeep, he lifted it up and then the stick came through from the defender and caught his stick. Like there.
Well, to me, I didn't see anything there. Let's see what the video umpire has.
Kun, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
There is no clear reason to change your decision. We started with a free hit out. And Tigers lose their referral.
Thank you, sir.
So Tigers lose their referral, and my eyes must be deceiving me. I did think there was a little touch there, personally. Abhishek, just the expulsion of air said it all, didn't it?
Just again the defensive work of the TOOFANS in the D, ensuring they do not concede those soft penalty corners. Great awareness, I thought.
Zach Wallace, 2 goals to his name. Can he get a hat-trick? That would be unexpected. With all due respect to him, but he doesn't get, I don't think, that many hat-tricks. Jaskaran steals it back now for the Tigers as they come forward, and that's just a little bit too heavy.
Jaskaran did well to steal that ball and try and create a counter-attack situation.
Khadamon, Emily Calderon, just in deep discussion there. Ruhr back to Bokhard. Into the circle it comes. Ketan tries a shot. The deflection was there, but it's wide. Abhishek was in the right spot, but he just couldn't deflect it past the keeper or on target.
The Tigers, they are creating the chances. Beautiful little ball played with the vertical reverse. Abhishek got a touch in on it. So crucial that as an attacker you get a touch early. He did that, but not towards the goal.
Well, he got it around Bikramji, didn't he? But it was just slightly off target. He did actually very well.
I just thought again the positioning of the defense, TOOFAN's defense, ensuring they do not give a clear angle. Oh, great skills by Strutov to come out of that.
Strutov again surrounded by 3 players. This time Afan just knocked it forward, but Ketan couldn't keep it in play. So it will be Woods' ball from the side. Norris lets that one run all the way through to Sumit. Wasn't much down the line. Sumit cuts infield. And again, Abhishek pleading with the umpire, saying that he shielded the ball with his stick. They have no referral and couldn't refer that anyway. And Ketan has gone down. Delayed reaction actually on that. Oh, look at his finger. That looks very out of shape.
It was the ball played by Nick Woods, close range, then taking the full impact of the ball on his finger whilst holding the stick.
Akib sportingly comes forward. Just looked like he might have just dislocated that. And yeah, that's the best thing to do, to be honest, is to pull it back in as quickly as you can. You can See the ring finger there on his left hand. Maybe it was a little bit high, but certainly he's in a lot of pain, isn't he?
I can tell you that is very, very painful. Great position to be in with the stick low down on the ground, but definitely not where you want the ball.
And I think the delayed reaction was maybe he just looked at his hand and saw that his finger was not how it should be. So TOOFANS, as we enter the final 10 minutes, nearly final 9 minutes in fact, of the second quarter, searching for more goals. Jascaran wins the ball from the side for his team.
It's still early in the second quarter, but I just think the Tigers created better of the chances in this quarter. Though the TOOFANS lead 3-0.
Willems now. Good work by Anderson, forcing him back. Finlay to Afan Youssef. Now it's Jascaran. Feeds it forward, trying to turn Gersawak. Good defence though coming back. Good work by Nick Woods. Akib is out wide for the TOOFANS. Short pass is a clever one to Nilakanta Sharma. And they're slowly inching out of the 25. But in the end, they cough up possession. Gonzalez looks to play on quickly and Brand is penalised. Jascaran takes it quickly and tumbles to the ground. He's got another free hit. It's going to be just outside the circle. Finlay this time stops it, spins round the back of the defender, comes back, great opportunity. Jascaran with the shot. It's good work inside the D though by De Sluva. De Sluva hanging on to the ball as the Tigers tried to steal it. He's got the free hit and looks to play on quickly now. Rajinder has Anderson ahead of him. He's got Shilanan Lakra running through the middle. Rajinder goes round Bokard. Rajinder now, can he find a teammate or will he go himself? Forced wide, tries to play it across the circle, but good defence in the end by the Tigers, and Tommy Willems carries it out wide.
Just thought Rajinder got stuck in two minds and what he wanted to do when he entered the D.
Willems goes to the 3D skills and over the side it goes, but it will be a TOOFANS ball. Rajinder over the ball again. Comes back to Arthur De Sluva. De Sluva looking for an avenue to go through. Lifts it towards Brand, who he was backing in towards Jugraj, who was holding his line. Jugraj staying the 5 metres, so I think that's why the free hit went that way. The side it goes off the stick of Zach Wallace. Just to Willems again. Bokard helping out Gonzalez. Peels away from Nilakanta Sharma, feeds it back to Jascaran. Rajinder comes up with the ball, nothing wrong with that. Rajinder just held his line. Comes to him now in the corner. Up the side he goes to Nilakanta. Nilakanta held up and dispossessed by Gonzalez. Sukji wins the free hit for the Tigers. Can they get one before the half-time break?
Just forcing the pace. Other Tigers at the moment having better of the exchanges.
More in possession, probably the best we've seen them in this first half. Grambush to Bokard. Goes to Grambush again. Now it's Bokard. Angled pass trying to be deflected into the circle by Afan Youssef, but good defence once more. Brand has lost it. He recovered exceptionally well and drew the foul. Now Devinder Valmiki out wide on the right-hand side, just looking to lay that one back to De Sluva. Eventually did it, missed the ball completely the first attempt. Rotated the ball well. Strutov now off the left flank, trying to cut in, beats one, but then dispossessed. A really well-timed tackle. Strutov though sticking with the defender, but in the end it was very well done by Puvana.
skills by Puan. That's what the Stritov is claiming came off Puana's foot, he says.
Now it's Afan Yusuf just outside the 25, short inside to Ruhr. Ruhr to Bokard. It's a good run down the flank, but Bokard keeps it in the defensive line. Grambush now back to Bokard. They may use the right-hand side. Instead, no, they come out to the left. Parmod. Back to Grambush. Parmod again. Brand closes him down. Short pass to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, well, he played it back, but Parmod had just dropped back. And the ball went to where he was, rather than where he actually was. Nilakanta, great pass to Rohit, square across the goal, but unfortunately, Arshdeep could not get the touch.
But how was that for a counter-attack from the Toofans? Arshdeep, so unlike him, just thought he was a little upright, but the Tigers, with a move.
Well, here they come again. Was that a foul? The whistle has gone for the Toofans. Yeah, and how unselfish was Rohit?
Look at that, Nilakanta, beautiful scanning and just playing it across the face of the goal to an unmarked Arshdeep. Got there a little too late, I thought.
Pain shows on the coach's face. He wanted another goal. He'd love to go in at half-time, 4-0 up. Mistrapped defensively by Woods, but Woods gets it back under control fairly easily. Goes back to Amandeep. Sumit now being closed down by Abhishek. Gets the pass away to Nilakanta Sharma. And feels that caught his body, I think was what the Tigers were saying, as it just bobbled up. Thrown out wide now. Rohit is there. Tries to get the better of Grambush. Has he won a free hit? Yes, good work by him. And from Manipur, went to the addition Naval Tata High Performance Centre. Rohit. Woods feeds it back in, and out it comes from Akib, and now Nilakanta to Sumit. Calling is Arshdeep down the line, but Sumit decides to go back to Amandeep. Good lead again by Akib. Feeds it to Woods and then drops back so Woods can go forward. Rohit comes out of the circle, down to the corner flag to retrieve for the Toofans. Changes direction well. Lovely pass by him, finds Talvinder. Talvinder inside the circle, looking for a foot, but unfortunately couldn't quite get there.
Talvinder had two Tiger defenders around him, and under the circumstances tried to earn a penalty corner. Tigers with the long ball out. Abhishek.
Abhishek driving forward now. Support on the right, he feeds it forward. That was a very important touch from Nilakanta, forcing the Tigers down into the corner. Coming towards the circle again, but it was Anderson this time getting a stick on it. Just holding the Tigers at bay. Back it comes to Grambush, just under a minute and a half left in the first half. Jugraj are the defending champions. Not going to have a chance to defend their title in 2026. Finlay comes out wide again. Good pass this time was to Ajinkya Yadav, and then further forward to Sukhjit. Woods again holds them up, keeps them at bay. The defence for the Toofans really working hard as a unit.
Nick Woods and Dislow, I thought in particular, have been spot on in their defensive duties. So also has been Sumit on the left.
Woods, a product of Hamilton Boys High, where he won the Ranking Cup back in 2013, which is the Schoolboys Championships in New Zealand, and I'm sure he thinks that's a long time ago now. Carried forward once more by Disluva. That's a lovely pass as well. Wallace, it's ricocheted up. Wallace is not, I think there was a touch, in fact, in front of him. Might be Shilanand who got the touch, but Wallace has gone peeling off behind the goal. If it's come off the defender, Wallace has a hat-trick.
I just think it was Shilanand who got the last touch. Beautifully worked by the Toofans. Wallace on the ball.
Yeah, Shilanand got the touch.
How was that for a move, creating the space in the D, and Shilanand so aware to the situation, just slotting it across, falling Jamie Carr.
Well, Wallace, we're only at the first half, but you'd have to say he has to be a candidate for player of the match at the moment. He scored 2, set 1 up and be very busy in the midfield, but there's still a long way to go. Tigers trying to force the ball through quick at pace that time, but losing it. And now it's Talvinder surging forward. There's not many seconds left. Jugraj keeps him out wide. Talvinder quite happy to see that go over the sideline, because that will be the final play of the first half. And I'm sure that Pasha Khadaman will be very happy with the way his team have performed in that first 30 minutes. 2 goals to Zach Wallace, 1 to Tim Brand and 1 to Shilanand Lakra. Means we head into half-time. It is Hyderabad TOOFANS 4, Karachi Bengal Tigers 0.
Hello guys, Maninder Singh this side. I play for Soma Hockey Club. Like when I was ball picker in 2017 when I was watching HAL. That was really a really good moment for me, and now I'm playing HAL again. Really good to be in Chennai, and hockey atmosphere is really nice here. As you all know that Vinny is a legend. It is a good experience to know a few more things, like new things. तो लास्ट सीजन मेरा बहुत अच्छा गया था एंड हमारी टीम का भी अच्छा गया था जो हमने प्लान्स करे थे हम स्ट्रिक्टली प्लान रहे
मेरा नाम अंकित पाल मैं मिडफील्डर एसजी पाइपर्स टीम से एसजी पाइपर्स के लिए मेरा ये सेकंड सीज़न है बट हॉकी इंडिया लीग से इतना फ़ायदा होता है कि हमें काफ़ी कुछ सीखने को मिलता है ओवरसीज़ प्लेयर से इसमें कितना आप कोऑर्डिनेट कर पाते हैं एक दूसरे से सीनियर प्लेयर्स हैं हमारे काफ़ी तो इसमें काफ़ी अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस मिलता है और हमें भी मौका मिलता है कि हम अपने आप को शो कर सकें काफ़ी एसजी पाइपर्स टीम ने मुझे जब लिया तो काफ़ी हेल्पफुल रहा क्योंकि एक एसजी पाइपर एक अच्छी टीम है और उसमें खेलने में काफ़ी मज़ा भी आता है और बेसिकली थोड़ा फाइनेंशियली भी काफ़ी सपोर्ट मिलता है लीग से
मैं अजिंक्य यादव और कराची बंगाल टाइगर से मैं एचएल में रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा हूँ और मुझे एचएल में फ़र्स्ट टाइम चांस मिला है यहाँ पे जो मैं डोमेस्टिक में खेलता था तो यहाँ पे मुझे बहुत मतलब जो इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर है उनके साथ खेलने का मौका मिला है जो मेरे आइडल्स है उनके साथ ड्रेसिंग रूम शेयर करने का मौका मिल रहा है और बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिल रहा है उनसे कि जो भी मैच के लिए कैसे प्रिपेयर होते हैं या सब मतलब जो उनका बिहेवियर जो मैच प्रिपरेशन वो सब देखने मतलब सीखने मिल रहा है उनसे मिलके मतलब जो समझा रहे दोस्त जैसा ही मतलब बिहेवियर कर रहे सब लोग और तो उनसे भी सीखने मिल रहा है कि जो मतलब गेम के बारे में वो मुझे बता रहे कैसे खेलना है क्या है उनका एक्सपीरियंस भी मुझे शेयर कर रहे हैं चेन्नई में
A replay of last year's gold medal match and a place in the finals on the line. And it is the Hyderabad TOOFANS leading the Karachi Bengal Tigers 4-0 at half-time. As we take a look at the highlights from that first half. And it was a good ball into the circle. Jacob Anderson, good save by Jamie Carr. Back to Anderson it came. Talvinder did really well, laid it back to Wallace, and that was the opening goal. And Zach Wallace very, very happy with that. Then over the top, and it was Anderson. Just had to take a touch because Jugraj was in close attendance. Carr came out quickly. Along the line, Willems thought he'd got something in there, but it was solid defence from the TOOFANS. Another chance again, and this was a good save coming in that time by Danneberg, and Amandeep saved his blushes, clearing the line. Penalty corner, and this was brilliantly saved by Jamie Carr, but first to the rebound, Tim Brand just lifting it over the keeper. That made it 2-0 in the 12th minute. TOOFANS kept coming. Wallace again surging into the circle. Took his shot really early as the defence just seemed to be stationary, and that made it 3-0. Tigers kept coming back. They had a great effort there. Just deflected behind the keeper by Abhishek, but wide, and then Rohit across the face of goal, and Arshdeep couldn't get a touch for the TOOFANS. But they still kept coming. It was Wallace once again, deflected by Shilanand Lakra. That was in the final seconds of the first half. And that took us to 4-0 for the TOOFANS in this first half. Well, it's great to see the crowd turning out. There's 2 games, of course, tonight. And they're enjoying the music as well. Lots of the schoolgirls here. There you can see all of them in their lovely school uniforms, and they're having a great time. So too are those guys. I don't think that's a school uniform, that's just the TOOFANS uniform. He's got enough flags, hasn't he? He could set up a golf course with that. But it is lovely to see the crowds here, I have to say. That's been a little bit disappointing, some of the crowds we've had in the other places where we've been on tour this time around. Well, there is, as I said, one match coming up. Kalinga Lancers needing just a point to be assured of a place in the top 4. SG Pipers, well, they've still got a chance of doing it because maximum points they can get from their remaining games is 13. So that too should be a cracking game as we go pitchside now to hear the thoughts of the coaches.
Coach, tough first half for you despite creating a few more chances in quarter 2. Where has it all gone wrong in the first?
Yeah, a lot of goals conceded, also way too easy. When we turn over the ball, it's almost always a counter-attack, and we know that they're very good doing it. So we need to have really second, third Tiger waves when we lose the ball, re-pressure, be better in our setup. And I think also because the game is so important, we now try to force it too much and didn't have the patience to keep the ball possession. So there's lots to improve in second half.
All the best, thank you. Coach, 4 goals and good compact defending. Give us your thoughts on the first half and how you're going to approach the second.
Absolutely, but yeah, we can get reluctant or go to sleep mode now. So far we haven't been winning a lot of matches, a lot of confidence and boost that if we focus on the right things, we can get the right results. But at the same time, it sounds like super cliche, but we're not there yet, so we got to keep on going.
Thank you, Coach. All the best.
Well, both coaches are very aware of what they need to do. Valentin Altenberg, understandably, not too happy with the way his team is going. And Pasha Hardeman knowing that the Tigers are rich with resources and they could easily come back in this game. 1 goal can change the complexion of the match. And the TOOFANS, you feel, are going to have to be on their guard in this first 5 minutes of the second half.
The Tigers will have to get a goal early in this third quarter if they want to make a match of this. But they also do run the risk of conceding more goals if they throw men into attack.
They do indeed. Jamie Carr will remain under the bar for the Tigers. As expected, Danneberg is back out for the TOOFANS as they rotate their goalkeepers. We're just waiting for the TOOFANS players to appear. Danneberg, the only one out there at the moment. Tigers just going into one final huddle. So the TOOFANS coming together now. There is Wallace with his 2-goal hero at the moment. Off the last to join the huddle. Can the Tigers find a way back? We know they've got the talent there. Iswarua is one of their goal-scoring opportunities. Abhishek, as we've seen, and Sukhjit.
To be fair to the Tigers in the second quarter, I did think they created some chances. Better chances than the TOOFANS, I thought, but TOOFANS got the goals, and that's what matters.
Absolutely. Well, it will be Christopher Ruhr to get the second half underway for the Tigers. Just waiting for the clock to count down to 0. There's about 10 seconds to go. As we see Sumit just doing little doggies between the halfway line and the 25-metre line. Waiting for the whistle now. There it is, and Christopher Ruhr gets us underway. Carried forward by Boccard, out to Willems, back to Boccard, and into the foot that time of Arshdi. Free hit, Boccard just outside the 25, and misunderstanding there between him and Tommy Willems.
Played harmlessly over the baseline, was it? By the Tigers.
And a mistake again, almost by Strutov. It was behind Sumit, who did very well to keep possession for the TOOFANS, and then De Sluva plays it out wide. Wallace will get a touch, but that should be Boccard's ball with ease. Sean Finlay turns in the midfield and feeds it forward now to Jaskaran on the right-hand side. Good defensive work by Strutov. Jaskaran had to go back to Willems. Boccard again. Should be a cautious start to this third quarter by the Tigers. Over the top it goes from Jugraj, but again a long way ahead of his teammate.
The pressure just speaking, I think, on the Tigers. 2 early balls that were way beyond the player.
I think there were a lot of people thought that they would be certainly up there defending their title this time around, but hasn't panned out that way. And stolen this time by Anderson, but he left it behind, unfortunately, for the TOOFANS, and it was stolen back. Anderson still being a pest on the far side, but good work being done by Puvana. Puvana still somehow has the ball and eventually gets the pass away to Jaskaran. On the overlap is Willems, drops it back to Boccard. Willems again. Over the 25 he goes. Good defence coming from Strutov. Willems darting to the baseline, drills it in, back post. Ruhr is there, and he lifted it over the goalkeeper, but wide.
He was totally unmarked, Christopher Ruhr, on the far end of the goal post. The TOOFANS defense caught napping, nobody in front of him. Ruhr took his time, put him to the floor, but lifted it way over the goal post.
It was indeed. I think Ruhr was trying to say that Danneberg got a touch on that, and it should have been a long corner, but certainly on the replay it didn't look that way. So now it is a chance for Strutov to try and take the TOOFANS forward. Sumit to De Sluva. Nilakanta Sharma turning away from trouble, gets the ball forward to Rajinder, who just didn't quite get it under control. And now carried out that time by Willems, but it just ran away from him, or it will be a free hit just inside his own half. Again, we're seeing players asking the umpires to give cards. I've never been a fan of that. Grambush rather, to Ruhr. Ruhr trying to take on Brand. Rajinder waiting to pounce. Brand, just a flailing stick, puts it over the side. Thrown to the air now, and that's easily brought down by Strutov.
Very cool and composed was Strutov, and the ball was played into the D. TOOFANS with space on the right. Aerial.
Goes back to De Sluva. And free hit goes the way of the TOOFANS on halfway. Sumit now. Sumit again, but good pressure from Abhishek. Sukhjit going to close down De Sluva, but easy pass to Nick Woods. Sluva back to Woods again as Ruhr looks to close down now, but he feeds it to Akib. Ruhr closing in again on Woods. Strutov gets it under control on halfway. Chasing back was Afan Yusuf. Rajinder now to the baseline, trying to find a way in. He did well. Grambush got a touch, and Brand is going to be penalised. I think they're saying that Brand got a back stick to that one.
It was good defensive work by Brand Bush. Took the line well and picked it out.
Forward, oh, nice little dummy by Strutov into the circle, still going Strutov, and a good save off his line by Jamie Carr.
Well, that's what he can do, Strutov. Look at that for skills from the center line, just went through them. Closed on well was he by Jamie Carr.
Ball thrown wide to Rajinder on the right hand side now for the TOOFANs. Lifted towards the circle, Jaskaran will bring that one down. And Bokard now feeds it into space. This is a great run by Gersawak. He's just got Danneberg to beat. Didn't really hit the shot the way he would have liked, and Danneberg calmly saves it and then clears it out over to the sideline.
That's initially beautifully done by Gursevak to create that space behind the defense. Picked it up well, just had the goalkeeper to beat. Tried to dink it over him, or rather lob it over him, but just did not get the elevation required.
Puvana that time with a good intercept, pushing it over the side as the ball was played forward with purpose by the TOOFANs. Rajinder again, he's involved in plenty in this match. Rajinder, him and Wallace really sort of dominating the midfield for the TOOFANs.
Along with Strutov, I thought they have been brilliant.
And Strutov as well, I forgot about him for a split second. Akib now squeezes it out onto the right hand side. Devinder Mickey kept it in play, forced away from the Tigers goal, but gets it down the line. It's Rajinder trying to go forward once again, and the free hit goes Puvana's way.
What Pasha Garaman will not be happy about is how Gursevak got so much of space behind the defense, something that the TOOFANs do not concede so easily.
So Grambush goes out wide now to Jugraj. Grambush again into the midfield it goes. Finlay did well, so that was a great bit of play. The two TOOFANs players just kept running past him. It was almost cartoon-like.
But they did what they were supposed to do. They just forced him to go back. And that, I think, is good defensive work.
Tommy Willems flicks it into the air, out onto the right-hand side, brought down well on that far side. And Shannon Lakra will steal it back for the TOOFANs. Mukul Sharma, two Tigers players ahead of him, trying to play it up the line to Shannon Lakra. That's a great ball to Gonzalez and a really good tackle by De Sluva.
It was brilliant by De Sluva. It was flat on the ground, ensured there was no space between the stick and ground, and just picked it out.
Woods now feeding it forward to Sumit. Sumit to Akib. Good pass by him, straight into the path of the running Wallace. Wallace getting it to Brand. Jugraj has to follow him wide. Could have gone to Rajinder, does go to Rajinder. And again, help forward. Now it's Arshdeep. Arshdeep into the circle. Arshdeep lays it back. Brand is there. Can he get a shot away? He can. Brand can do better than that. He can score. They want to refer it, the Tigers, but they have no referral left. Tim Brand gets his second. The TOOFANs get their fifth.
Great teamwork all round by the TOOFANs. The move started deep in their own half and then played along to Arshdeep on the far side. And look at great use of the baseline, set it up for Brand. Brand went one way, then the other, dropped the goalkeeper Jamie Carr, and Jen lifted it over him. TOOFANs, 5 goals to the good.
I think Jugraj was saying he thought that Brand might have been a backstick. It looked like the leading edge of the stick to me. Brand sits on the ground as Arshdeep comes to celebrate. 5 goals now to the TOOFANs. The most they've scored in any game was 3 in this campaign. They got 3 against the Ranchi Roars. They got 3 against the Tamil Nadu Dragons in their opening 2 games, but this is what their fans have been waiting for, and that's why they're dancing up in the main stand. Rajinder again holding the ball well, but loses out. Now Abhishek trying to spark something for the Tigers. Abhishek still with the ball, edging towards the circle, wins a free hit for his side. Can the Tigers get one before the final break? We've got just under 6 minutes left. Bokard tried to play it in. It was great defence again by Nick Woods, edge of the circle. That's a good ball too by Wallace to find Talvinder. Wallace has got Jacob Anderson and Talvinder. He was trying to find Anderson, and also Wallace was coming in at the back post, but the bobbly ball made it hard.
Well, I was watching them train last evening, Ashley, and this is exactly what they were practicing. The ball played into the D for the little touch on the far side. Anderson just not able to get a stick at the end of it.
I think had it been a flatter pass along the deck, that would have been a goal, but it just was a bobbling one. Well, the TOOFANs are certainly up for it tonight. I think they'll have mixed emotions over this then. I probably wish they'd played like this in the final last year, but that was a cracking final, and you can actually find that on YouTube if you missed it, so go back and have a look at it. Tigers still coming forward now. Christopher Ruhr cuts infield for them, looking for Tommy Willems. Willems got a touch. Strutov desperate to try and get there ahead of Afan, and it is going to be the TOOFANs ball. There are the Tamil Nadu Dragons watching on. I think they play, is it the Tigers or the TOOFANs next? I think it's the Tigers, because the opening, they play the Lancers, don't they? So they're waiting for that game, that's right. And of course could determine who ends up top of the league. But anyway, so many games, so many permutations. Great work again by Wallace, just inside the circle. Finlay came to close him down. Wallace changed direction, feeds it through the middle. Oh, Rohit! He just needed to get that on his stick.
Well, that was a great run from Rohit. He went left and then just created enough space for Wallace to release the ball. The defense totally napping the Tigers, just not able to pick it up on his reverse was Rohit.
Well, hasn't scored as yet, Rohit. He would want to get one, I'm sure. Jugraj, good defence that time, and played over the baseline by Arshdeep. Jugraj wants to get on with things quickly. Gonzalez now brings the aerial pass down just inside his own half. Bokard goes back to Gonzalez. Changes direction, was looking to feed it forward to Afan. Stolen away by Wallace. Complaint from the players, and Gonzalez gets the free hit. One of the umpires spotting it, the other not.
It just seemed to come off the foot of the TOOFAN defender.
Bokard goes back to Jugraj, now Grambush. Feeds it out to Ruhr on the left-hand side. Brand goes to close him down. Back to Grambush it goes. Two Germans combining. In a city designed by a German. Otto Königsberger designing the city of Bhubaneswar. It's one of the first modern Indian cities to actually be planned, along with Chandigarh and Jamshedpur. How do you say it?
Jamshedpur.
Thank you. So just over 2 minutes left. And Rajinder flicks it into the air. Shilanand Lakra missed it. I was going to say, thought he was going to bring that one down with ease. He was pretty calm under it, but never even got a stick on it. Bokard still trying to pierce away through the midfield and set up the Tigers forwards. Comes back to Jugraj. Grambush again. Finlay. Bokard missed that one, or let it run. De Sluva now has it. Strutov, a little bit of space for him in the midfield. Brand ahead of him. Strutov goes wide though to Shilanand Lakra. In it goes, and so close to getting to a touch from Rohit.
And I just thought he had a choice of going into the deep, play the ball a little too early, I thought. You cannot give space like that to Strutov.
Probably could have taken another couple of steps, then he'd have been inside the circle and it might have just changed the perspective of things. But at the moment, the TOOFANS seem to be moving the ball at will. Vindeval Mickey just having to check back to get that one. Shilan Lacra brings it down well this time, but he just took a couple of attempts to get it under control on the ground. Akib feeds it forward. Brand back to Akib in the final minute now of the third quarter. Nick Woods to Strutov, back to Woods it goes. Ruhr looks to close him down. De Sluver, Vindeval Mickey feeds it down the line. A little bit too much on that one for Rajinder.
Rajinder, he has been pretty much all over the place. Is he not creating that space to receive the ball from the ball carrier?
And look at that desperation from the TOOFANS. Arthur De Sluver, full stretch, diving to keep possession. Shilan and Lacra, lovely work by Brand. Brand has slipped it through and off the pads it'll come and help clear Shilanand, and a diving save this time by Carr. And the heater has gone.
It was Vivek Lacroix in the goal, had to make a double save and did well. First with the tomahawk, bringing his glove into play.
Grambush clearing it to the top of the circle. But just the one goal from the TOOFANS in that quarter sees the score now at the end of the third quarter. Shirachi Bengal Tigers 0, Hyderabad TOOFANS 5. I'll take a look at the highlights now from that quarter, and the Tigers, as we expected, came out trying to peg a goal back as quickly as they could. Willems across the face of goal, found Ruhr, and somehow he missed the target. He claimed, I think, there was a touch off Danneberg, but it was a 16. This was a mazy run from Mikhail Strutov, and it was the other goalkeeper, Jamie Carr, who had to be off his line quickly. And again, Gersowak, beautiful ball through, and I think he got caught in two minds, tried to beat the keeper, but it was a good save by Danneberg. And then this was Talvinder, laid it back to Brand. Brand changed direction and got the better of Grambush, and that made it 5 to the TOOFANS. Good opportunities came as well at the end of the quarter. Talvinder was trying to find Jacob Anderson, and then Shilan Lacra played it in. Rohit just couldn't get the touch when his team needed it, and here he had another chance, hit it straight at the keeper, came back out to Shilan Lacra, and another fine save from Jamie Carr. Well, they have changed their goalkeeper now. We've got Vivek Lacra is in goal for the Tigers, and I'm sure that's because they want 5 foreign outfield players. And also Bikramji, as we expected, back out for the final quarter, in goal for the TOOFANS. So Ruhr gets us underway. Gonzalez back to Grambush. Not sure there's a way back for the Tigers in this game, but they can get a couple of consolation goals. But it looks as if the champions are bowing out, Sandeep.
Well, they will have to get a goal early in this last quarter if they want to make a match of it.
I'm just thinking back to last year when Valentin Altenberg pulled his goalkeeper, remember, at the start of the fourth quarter, and managed to get a 5-5 draw. Jacob Anderson wins a free hit to Strutov. Strutov now surging through. Anderson again. Oh, what a save by Carr. It's fallen to Brand, though, still there, and Brand gets a hat-trick for the TOOFANS. So it is a 6th goal for the TOOFANS, and you feel that that is good night for the Tigers.
Done and dusted are the Tigers. 6-0, the TOOFANS lead. Strutov again set that up, the first try from Anderson. Brand again so alert to the situation, picked up the rebound from Jimmy Carr, just turned him around and slotted home.
Pasha Khademan said pre-match that his forwards needed to start converting the chances. Well, they have done that tonight. Brand has looked so lively in the forward line. And it was not a bad attempt before that from Anderson that was denied by a good save by Jamie Carr. And sometimes we forget that Carr has made some really good saves tonight. Oh, sorry, it was Lacroix, wasn't it? They changed the goalkeeper. My apologies. And they wear the exact same kit. It does make it a little bit hard, just the helmet's different. But it was a good save by Lacroix. Grambusch now to Ruhr. Tommy Willems carrying it forward. Afan cuts in from the right-hand side. Good block again by De Sluiver, this time on the edge of the circle for the TOOFANS. Mandeep, that was a great dummy by him. De Sluiver's been dispossessed and will be penalised, I thought, for the little shove on Abhishek. Willems has won another free hit for his team out wide. He self-passes, gets to the edge of the circle and then just kicked the ball in there himself. De Sluiver in a hurry to get on with it, and look at the pace at which the TOOFANS are coming out. Brand feeding it forward to Anderson, up it goes, and Grambusch seemed to be injured in that. Just for a split second he seemed to be holding his hand, but it is the Tigers who come up with the ball. Gonzalez now, down the sideline it goes, and a chance again. Nice little footwork. Abhishek trying to feed it back. Solid save that time from Bikramjit.
That is a penalty corner to the Tigers. Good build up along the left. Sukhjit and Abhishek played into the G. Played back of Amandeep Lacroix, stick onto the foot.
Was it a foot or was it deliberately playing it over the baseline? I couldn't hear when the whistle actually was blown, so anyway, it's a penalty corner, the third penalty corner for the Tigers. Jugraj lines up at the first battery, Tom Grambusch at the second. Is there a consolation goal for the Tigers? Bikramjit will be determined to keep this one out. Goes to Jugraj, and it's great running by Mukul Sharma. There'll be another penalty corner though to the Tigers.
Abhishek with the injection, Jugraj with a flick, and Mukul Sharma right in the line of fire, taking a blow on his body. Penalty corner to the Tigers.
So Abhishek to inject, Jugraj and Grambusch again in the same position. All the bench watching on from the side. They go to Jugraj again, took a deflection off the first runner once more. And it's a free out. They're saying it was too high. You don't have a referral, Jugraj.
Well, that did seem to take a deflection. I'm not sure if it was off the stick or off the body. Was it given for dangerous play?
Oh, I think they were saying it was below the knee. It looked like it on that replay, didn't it?
Yeah, I thought so too. It was below the knee. I thought Jugraj had a case, but that doesn't matter. TOOFANS with the ball.
And of course they will rue missing their referral. Rajinder trying to combine with Talvinder. Stolen away. Sukhjit, who will keep battling to the very end for the Tigers. That's a good steal by Sumit, although he's been penalised. Gonzalez goes to Jugraj's captain. Bokard. Just a slight shift, left Rohit and a bit of space to get the pass away. Christopher Ruhr aims another free hit for the Tigers. And the TOOFANS just leaving the ball, as you are meant to do. Bokard squeezes it through, good deflection coming from Gonzalez, but great awareness once again defensively from De Sluiver. Now it's Wallace, he just left it behind for a second. De Sluiver will pick up, cuts into a central midfield role, and Bokard pouncing out, and a really good anticipation by him.
Yeah, Bokard read that very well, did he not? He knew the ball was going to be played back. Just cut that angle off and picked up the ball.
Now Afan Youssef feeds it forward again. There's a turn, top of the circle. Abhishek. Mukul Sharma goes with him. Abhishek. Is there a touch off Mukul Sharma? It's going to be a free hit, so just very near the baseline, probably about 2 meters out from the edge of the circle. Must go 5 meters. Thrown to the air to Jaskaran. Back to Jugraj it goes. Short pass to Ruhr. Good block again by Shilanan Lacroix. He turns away with the ball, then drops it back. Mukul Sharma throws it high and long, looking for the run of Rohit, who just stayed away from Jugraj and let him bring it down, and then was looking to pants, but Jugraj running into Rohit, and it was deemed he obstructed the Tigers captain.
Just doing the right thing under the circumstances of TOOFANS.
We're into the final 10 minutes of this match. Tigers doing all the attacking at the moment. Good pass to Sukhjit, lays it back to Tommy Willems. Really strong defence again by Sumit. His stick was glued to the turf.
It's so crucial that when you defend in your own circle, to be flat and crouching, protecting your feet, and that's what he did. Rajinder.
Lovely run by Rajinder into the circle. This time he missed everybody, and a little bit of frustration from Shilanand, who was arriving. It was as if the bus had just left as he got there. Sukhjit now. And Sukhjit surging forward will get another. Well, no, he's been penalised for shielding the ball with his stick. This is the Rajinder run down the flank. Looks up, plays it in, and you can see Shilanan just looking up into the sky as that bus just pulled away. Talvinder to Anderson. Jacob Anderson back to Talvinder, back to Jacob Anderson along the baseline, looked to lay it back, and he was trying to feed it to Shilanand, but instead found Shilanand's foot. Bokard. Jaskaran to Afan. Afan Yusuf to Tommy Willems. Willems again, just lifting the ball up. Did he find the foot of Wallace? He's still got the ball somehow, and then Woods pounces once again. Oh, Nick Woods has been really solid at the back with De Sluva today.
Yeah, they have been brilliant, have they not? Deep defense. Woods, De Sluva, Sumit, they all stood up and taken the line so well.
I think really it's been a very polished team performance by the TOOFANS tonight. You can't really single anyone out. They've all done their jobs and done them well.
And that's what matters in a game like hockey, where everybody executes his job, and everyone has done that to perfection, I think, for the TOOFANS.
Thing is, they've still got one game to go. They've still got a chance of making the top four, but it's going to be crucial that they win their next game, and if they can win it as convincingly as this, then they may well yet make it into the top four. Jaskaran now cuts away. Touch came, but not a free hit, much to the annoyance that time of Rajawat. Into the circle, they're wanting a penalty corner, but it's a free out to the TOOFANS. Woods looked to take it quickly, feeds it to Wallace. Wallace now accelerates away from Jaskaran, plays it out onto the left-hand side to Jacob Anderson. Anderson into the circle, Jugraj goes with him. Anderson feeds it back to Arshdeep, and his shot is off target.
A difficult angle for Arshdeep. Probably had an option to try and bring it on his forehand side, the stronger side, but chose to go with the tomahawk. Anderson, little dummy, played it back to Arshdeep. Just that maybe he could have turned him inside.
That's that old thing, isn't it? Every player wants to go on the reverse stick these days. Just think maybe it'd have been better on the forehand. There was more space.
I thought so too, and that is also a stronger side, the forehand. But yes, strikers these days fancy the tomahawk.
So Grambush now throws it high and wide to Christopher Ruhr. Wasn't a convincing bring down by him. Ruhr though plays it in from the side, short pass to Afan. And Afan, I think, just caught his feet there as he tried to cut infield. De Sluva helps it forward to Nilakanta Sharma. Arshdeep back to Nilakanta, gets it back as well. Arshdeep now accelerating, showed it to Bokard and spun away from the tackle. Now goes past Grambush, and it's going to be a stick tackle. I think Arshdeep would have liked to keep going, but it is a second penalty corner for the TOOFANS.
Great bit of play by Arshdeep. The ball was almost eluding him. Bokhar was closing him down. But Archie just kept going. TOOFANS with the second penalty corner.
Well, can they make it 7? The most we've seen any team score this year has been 6, so it will be a first for this year. Vivek under the bar.
We do know what Amandeep Lakra can do with a flick.
Vivek Lakra, of course, from the Panposh Sports Hostel in Sundagar. So in home territory, it goes to Amandeep Lakra, and it's a good save again by Vivek Lakra.
Vivek Lakra did well to keep that out. Amandeep Lakra with the flick, going to his left, trying to pick up that spot between the goalkeeper and the postman.
It's going to be a free out now to the Tigers as we approach the final 5 minutes of this match. Grambush. Leaves it to Finlay. Finlay up the side. Gets the ball back. So Tigers now. It's just a consolation if they can get one. Jugraj to Ruhr. Bokhar helping it forward. Rajinder comes back to help out. Sukhjit puts him under pressure. Rajinder somehow still keeps possession, and then, well, did he find the foot there of Sukhjit? He did indeed.
Very strong on the ball was Rajinder. He was under a little bit of pressure from Sukhjit. Did well.
Lakanta Sharma with the ball. Strutov. And of course this result tonight means that there will be a new champion in the Hero Hockey India League in 2026. Tigers campaign has unravelled tonight. Comes wide, looking to cut infield. Good work again being done that time by Rajawat. Rajawat throws it high and wide. Shilanand is underneath it. He brings it down. Shilanand Lakra just taking it away from the circle, and it's a good pass to Rajinder. Rajinder gets a little bit of space along the baseline, but then the ball just got tucked under his feet and he lost control.
So what he was trying to do using the baseline, was he trying to come into the circle?
Kusharma bringing it down calmly and keeping it in the possession of the TOOFANS. Strutov was looking for some support on the left-hand side, but Rajawat a little bit slow to come forward, but Rajinder's there again. Shilanand gets the pass, but had to take it outside the circle. Grambush closes down Rajinder now. Gonzalez trying to help out wide on the right-hand side. Into the middle it comes now. Zach Wallace dinks it behind his back to Rajawat. And good touch just to take it away from the TOOFANS player by Sean Finlay. Willems now surges out of defence. Just over 2.5 minutes. Over the top it goes. Sukhjit is there, but Vikramji was a long way out of his goal and had it covered.
You just wonder what Vikramjit was doing there on top of the circle. Great aerial ball for Abhishek.
I think that's good goalkeeping when the ball's up there, because if they do throw the overhead, he's ideally placed to close down the attacker or get a touch as soon as it comes in the circle. Zach Wallace again feeds it into Shilanand Lakra. It comes again to Rajawat. Turns away from Abhishek. Jugraj comes forward, and Jugraj is the player penalised. Now it's Shilanand Lakra over the ball. Takes it the 5 metres, changes direction, drills it towards goal, and, well, very nearly a little tap in as we see the teams from the next game arriving. It's, of course, the Pipers versus the Lancers. Finlay brings it down on halfway for the Tigers. Willems cuts infield. Rajawat chases him. Deflection off the stick of Woods. Goes to Rajinder. Shilanand on the ball. And for once, the TOOFANS not accelerating out of their own half. I think they've decided to conserve some energy.
The Tigers have just been totally outplayed in this game. Created a few chances in the second quarter. Beyond that, it has been TOOFANS all the way.
Sasha Gunnerman was saying how he was happy with the way they played, but they just hadn't executed. They're still alive now, coming back. Jugraj, it's going to be another penalty corner though to the TOOFANS, and I'm sure he'll be pleased with this and really be hoping results go their way. There's the foot. Well, that was well played again, just to find the foot, and an easy penalty corner.
Just trying to play it into the deep. The TOOFANS, can they make it 7?
So the dancing girls, they're smiling. I'm sure they're not TOOFANS fans though. I think they're just having a good time like everybody else inside the stadium. And it's filling up because the Lancers are up next. Amandeep at the first battery. They go to Amandeep, straight into the first runner. Good running by Parmod.
It wasn't stopped cleanly. I thought it was moving, but Lakra did well to get enough contact on the ball and earn the TOOFANS another penalty corner.
Talvinder was ready to go down and inject, but it's going to be Shilan and Lakra to do the injecting. Will they try a variation? Rajinder's at the second battery, Amandeep Lakra at the first. They go to Rajinder this time, and rather slow injection. Good adjustment though by Parmod.
Going to the second battery, Rajinder, it was with the flick, finding the foot, penalty corner, TOOFANS.
Parmod, the runner, product of the hockey Madhya Pradesh. Said Shavindra Singh has helped him a lot in his career. Amandeep flicks this time, it's another good save and just past the post. And desperate, a little bit of frustration from Talvinder.
It was Talvinder pouncing on the rebound. The first flick from Amandeep, well saved. Well, pretty much the goalkeeper at his mercy, Talvinder, but just going wide.
Jaskaran plays it forward and not trapped by Abhishek, and that probably sums up the Tigers' night. It just has not been their night tonight as Strutov just lets the ball run. The hooter sounds and the TOOFANS live another day. Coach gets the hugs. Rajinder, what a game he had, but it's hard to pick anyone out because all of the TOOFANS tonight contributed in a big way. Zach Wallace with 2 goals, Tim Brand with 3, Shilanand Lakra with 1. And the Tigers, well, unfortunately, they will not be defending their title. Their campaign, they've got 1 game left in the regular league, but they cannot make the top 4 now. Final score here, Shirachi Bengal Tigers 0, Hyderabad TOOFANS 6.
Hello guys, Maninder Singh this side. I played for Suma Hockey Club. Like when I was ball picker in 2017 when I was watching HAL. That was really a really good moment for me, and now I'm playing HAL again. Really good to be in Chennai, and hockey atmosphere is really nice here. As you all know that Vinny is a legend. It is a good experience to know a few more things, like new things. तो लास्ट सीजन मेरा बहुत अच्छा गया था, and हमारी टीम का भी अच्छा गया था जो हमने प्लान्स करे थे. हम स्टिक टू प्लान रहे.
मेरा नाम अंकित पाल, मैं मिडफील्डर एसजी वाइपर्स टीम से. एसजी वाइपर्स के लिए मेरा ये 2nd सीज़न है, बट हॉकी इंडिया लीग से इतना फ़ायदा होता है कि हमें काफ़ी कुछ सीखने को मिलता है ओवरसीज़ प्लेयर से। इसमें कितना आप कोऑर्डिनेट कर पाते हैं एक दूसरे से, सीनियर प्लेयर्स हैं हमारे काफ़ी, तो इसमें काफ़ी अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस मिलता है और हमें भी मौका मिलता है कि हम अपने आप को शो कर सकें काफ़ी। एचजी पाइपर्स टीम ने मुझे जब लिया तो काफ़ी हेल्पफुल रहा, क्योंकि एक एचजी पाइपर एक अच्छी टीम है और उसमें खेलने में काफ़ी मज़ा भी आता है और बेसिकली थोड़ा फाइनेंशियली भी काफ़ी सपोर्ट मिलता है लीग से।
मैं अजिंक्य यादव और कराची बंगाल टाइगर्स से मैं एचएल में रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा हूँ और मुझे एचएल में फ़र्स्ट टाइम चांस मिला है यहाँ पे, जो मैं डोमेस्टिक में खेलता था। तो यहाँ पे मुझे बहुत मतलब जो इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर है उनके साथ खेलने का मौका मिला है, जो मेरे आइडल्स है उनके साथ ड्रेसिंग रूम शेयर करने का मौका मिल रहा है और बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिल रहा है उनसे कि जो भी मैच के लिए कैसे प्रिपेयर होते हैं या सब मतलब जो उनका बिहेवियर, जो मैच प्रिपरेशन, वो सब देखने मतलब सीखने मिल रहा है उनसे मिल के। मतलब जो समझा रहे दोस्त जैसा ही मतलब बिहेवियर कर रहे सब लोग और तो उनसे भी सीखने मिल रहा है कि जो मतलब गेम के बारे में वो मुझे बता रहे कैसे खेलना है, क्या है, उनका एक्सपीरियंस भी मुझे शेयर कर रहे हैं। चेन्नई में तो फेवरेट तो इडली है, इडली डोसा।
Well, everything was on the line in match 20 as the two finalists from last year were fighting to survive in the tournament. Unfortunately for the champions, the Tigers, they went down 6-0 against the Hyderabad TOOFANS. So they're out, but the TOOFANS, their dream is still very much alive. We're going to go pitch side now to find out who the player of the match was.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-match presentation ceremony for the Hero Hockey India League 2026 match between Karachi Bengal Tigers and Hyderabad TOOFANS. Hero Hockey India League would like to take this opportunity to thank their partners, title sponsor Hero Motorcorp, broadcast partner DD Sports, streaming partner Waves, official hydration partner Bisleri, medical partner Apollo Hospital. Thank you for your support. Now please welcome our dignitary to present the Hero Vida Electric Player of the Match Award, Mrs. Neeru Dubey, Managing Director, Rohan Hero, Bhubaneswar. And the award for the Hero Vida Electric Player of the Match goes to Rajinder Singh from Hyderabad TOOFANS. Hi Rajinder. Congratulations, it's a massive win for the team. You drove a lot of attacks for the team. You handled the midfield really well. Your defense was really strong. Take us through what happened on the field today and how important was this win for the team?
I think it was really important win for this team because it was like do or die game for us. So after this win, I think we are alive in the points table, and I think the last game is with HELGC. That's really important for us. I think from the first minute that was clear for the whole of the team that we have to do or die.
You actually played like TOOFANS today. Congratulations and all the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That was Rajinder Singh, the Vida Electric Player of the Day. And that's it from the post-match presentation ceremony.
Well, it was an outstanding team performance by the TOOFANS, and it lifts them up into the top four. But there are, of course, plenty of games still to come, and that table is going to change. But they're back in the four on 8 points. They've now got a positive goal difference, and they've got a second win, which is so important. And, of course, it does go to wins first and then a goal difference. Tigers drop down to 6th. Well, we'll take a look at the highlights from the match, and it was the TOOFANS got us underway. Jacob Anderson got to the baseline, played it to Talvinder, came back to Anderson again. He gave it to Talvinder again, who just slipped it to Wallace, who squeezed it between Jamie Carr's legs, and that was the opening goal of the match. Tim Brand then won a penalty corner. Amardeep flicked, Carr saved, it came back to Brand, who just dragged it away from the defender and lifted it over the keeper, and that was 2-0 in the 12th minute. Then Zach Wallace surging forward again, and everyone seemed to stop inside the circle. He took his shot early and managed to put it in the bottom corner. This was a great chance set up by Rohit, but unfortunately for Arshdeep, couldn't get a touch. And then another opportunity came the way as it was deflected in by Shilanand Lakra after good work once again by Zach Wallace. And then along the baseline came Arshdeep, laid it back to Brand. Brand pulled away from Grambush, and then on the reverse stick put it into the roof of the net. And that was his second of the match, and the TOOFANS fifth. Clear to the top of the circle, Shilanand Lakra denied by a really sharp save. And then Jacob Anderson also denied by a sharp save, but the rebound came back to Brand, and he beat Vivek Lakra to make it 6-0 to the TOOFANS. Clean sheet so important, but 6 goals even more important for the TOOFANS. We've got another match coming your way, and that will see the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers taking on the Pipers. That's coming up shortly, so we look forward to your company then.